Okay, I'll come to her in just a moment. And for the latest breaking news coming in, it's a cliffhanger in Nandigram. The final round of counting has begun in battleground Nandigram in Bengal. And as of now, even as we speak, Mamata Banerjee is leading by 820 votes in the final round. Anupam Mishra joins me for more on this, and this truly is a cliffhanger. Nandigram contest, 820 votes. Mamata Banerjee leading as of now. In the first few rounds, she was initially trailing by about 3,000 votes, then at one point of time by about 8,000 votes, then leading by 16 votes, and this is the final round. And in this final round, Mamata Banerjee leading by 820 votes, and Mamata Banerjee able to make that point. She's won Bengal 212, doing extremely well overall. And also at Nandigram, she wanted to send out a very strong message. A decade ago, it started with Nandigram, and a decade later, with Nandigram, she comes back with a thumping majority. Anupam, Mamata Banerjee's instincts seem to have worked absolutely right down to the last vote, if we were to say, with this cliffhanger. Anupam. Okay, let me take a moment. We'll set that audio link right with Anupam in just a moment, because Mamata Banerjee is also set to address a press conference, and she is waiting for this last round of counting that's currently on at Nandigram. So we are now being told that in a short while from now, Mamata Banerjee will have a press conference. But before that, I want to cut across to Polami Saha, who's at the BJP headquarters. And BJP, of course, will analyze reasons, though they've done well from 3 seats to 78 seats, but nowhere close to what Amit Shah was insisting would be the tally of 200, Polami.
Oh, absolutely. This has been a huge blow for the Bharatiya Janata Party and its election campaign in West Bengal. Obviously, like you said, it's been quite a ride for the party from 3 in 2016 to about 78 as the trends stand at the moment in 2021. But given the sort of campaign, the kind of claims which were made by, of course, the party leadership, Mr. Amit Shah himself claiming that the party was going to cross the 200 mark as well, even at their most conservative estimates as the polling commenced and into the 4th and the 5th phase, they did bring it down to about 160, 170 is what we were being told unofficially. But they did not think that this is the sort of drubbing that the party is going to receive at the hands of the Trinamool Congress in this election. They've virtually not been able to shake the ground from beneath the Trinamool's feet in this election. 211 for the Trinamool in 2016. It's not going to be much of a dent when the final figure and the final tally is out for the TMC. At the moment, of course, the cliffhanger is in Nandigram as the 17th round of counting is underway, which is the final round of counting. And at last count, after the 16th round, Shubhendu Adhikari led by merely 6 votes over his opponent, Mamata Banerjee. We're waiting to find out what is the tally after the 17th round of counting, and the postal ballot figure we're yet to find out from the Nandigram seats. So eventually, what is the margin of victory for either candidate? We're waiting to find out, but it should be clear in some time from now, after which we're likely to hear from the West Bengal Chief Minister, Gaurav.
You know what's very interesting, Polami, before I bring in Anupam once again, and there's a lot of information that's coming in, Prashant Kishor's analysis. So when Trinamool Congress leaders were quitting the TMC, and BJP was saying it's a big victory and TMC is splitting, TMC is collapsing, Prashant Kishor says it's only the rotten eggs. His language, his conversation with Rahul Kanwal and Rajdeep Sardesai, he says rotten eggs were leaving and BJP was collecting garbage. When you look at these election results and trends, Prashant Kishor and Mamata Banerjee ultimately proven right.
giving the last laugh. And as far as Prashant Kishor is concerned, Gaurav, this is exactly the position that he held previously as well when the en masse exodus was happening. It seemed like so from the Trinamool Congress to the Bharatiya Janata Party in the month of December when Shubhendu Adhikari jumped ship and joined the BJP. And then, of course, Rajiv Banerjee, Prabir Ghoshal, many others, Baishali Dalmia, many others who joined the Bharatiya Janata Party in January and, of course, in February as well. When I spoke to him then, this was his exact same position. We don't care for these turncoats. We don't care for their leaving. It's not going to be much of a dent for the party. We're absolutely fine. These are the people who, of course, anticipated they're not going to get tickets, had a lot of allegations. We had done our investigation. IPAC, of course, had done a lot of surveys on the various MLAs of the Trinamool on the ground in order to get feedback about them, about their work from their constituents, eventually then deciding whether they need to put up fresh candidates or whether they can be given a